restarts at the start of the stream. That's probably the best time for the internet to restart because we're here into the Heroes International Last Chance Qualifier, and we are in our semifinals. This is a best-of-3 matchup between the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs versus 100-point Grandmasters. Loser will go down into the lower bracket, which will be casted later today. I will be moving on into the winner bracket, best of 5, later today. That'll be after this matchup. Best of luck rooting for you. Who, me? Oh, yes, the audition, sorry. We have a delay and I forget things that I say. But yeah, I'll be doing my GDQ audition on Monday, and then I'll take the second half of the day off. Like, I'll probably... I probably won't get as much, like, relaxing time as I want on Monday, but we'll see, we'll see. Either way, it is going to be a first ban Medivh. They're going to get rid of the Medivh. There is a Hosty in this series, so they do not want to deal with Hosty Medivh or even CPX Medivh, because I do believe he has played it in the past as well for the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs, while we have a Maiev ban as well. Not going to be able to... I think it was Super Tai, I believe, is the one who you do not want to give Maiev to, so some target bans coming out between both of these teams in our map number 1. Stomach issues are the worst. Yes, they are. So I tested negative for H. pylori, so there's that. I was kind of hoping I would test positive because it's an easy thing to cure. It's very, very common. It's easily, like, you know, they just give you, like, I think it's like 3 different, like, pills basically, and it, you know, after like 2 weeks you're fine. But either way, we'll figure out what's going on with my body as we figure out what's going on with this Towers of Doom draft. We have a Junkrat ban already. Just remember, if they don't give you the job, it'll be the last HG cubes, you can take them down. It's volunteering. It's volunteering. It's unpaid. It is unpaid. I get paid in the joy of volunteering for GDQ, which honestly, it's a bucket list item for me. I really want to do a hosting thing for GDQ. I'd love to do it in person, but that's not happening. Stitch is to be banned away as well. Gonna get rid of the large lad. What do we start out our draft with? Stukov's available if they want to go into that. Joanna's available if they just want to grab a solid tank. Diablo's up, but it's going to be a Brightwing. It's going to be a Brightwing to kick things off here for our Towers of Doom best of 3 match in the semifinals. As a reminder, this is the last chance qualifier, so it's the winner of this qualifier tomorrow. The grand finals will be tomorrow afternoon. The winner will be going to Miami for the LAN. Ooh! A nice 1-2 punch Diablo Lucio. I can dig it. I can definitely dig a Diablo Lucio here. Really, really good ability to slow people with the push-off, control with the sound wave. Diablo just coming in with Shadow Charge and overpowers, as well as his fires. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of Fire Stomp builds. We'll see if maybe we have anything different, but the assumed build will be Fire Stomp build, as we have a Blaze Nubarak. Okay. I wonder if there's any consideration into a Li Ming for the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs to get rid of the Cocoon faster with Disintegrate. Also, Li Ming combos are great. Her poke potential around the objective can be really strong. I wonder if we actually have any consideration for Li Ming for realistically either of these teams, because it would actually be great for both sides. Greymane would be a good dive buddy with a Nubarak. But this is what I also love about the draft that we've seen from 100-point Grandmasters, is they have... The last 2 picks for them are basically the assumed, like, DPS. Like, it'd either be, like, a melee DPS and a ranged, or we could see, like, a bruiser again and do, like, a hyper carry thing. Could see a double support or something coming out. So what I would like to see with their draft right now is I'd love to see like a Greymane and a Mephisto for the side of 100-point Grandmasters, or even like Greymane and Li Ming for the reset potential, Greymane and Genji. I just think something that dives or has burst ability with the Nubarak initiation and polymorph and such from Brightwing, as well as Blaze with his Jet Propulsion in. I feel like they just want to lean into the dive composition of 100-point Grandmasters. On the left-hand side, though, we have performance-enhancing Zugs. We got that a Lucio Diablo. What else will they grab with this? As I said, the Li Ming, the Greymane, it works for both of these drafts, but it's going to be a Sylvanas and a Hogger. They're going to leave that last spot to flex and see what the members of 100-point Grandmasters will grab. Will I attend the LAN in any way, casting, trolling, or being there cheering? Probably not. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have the finances to fly to Miami, nor do I have the finances to stay in a hotel. Or stop, or, you know, or like not stream for like a few days, so unfortunately, no. If they have a clean feed, I was considering casting from home and doing some casting myself, but we'll see. Thank you. Thank you for the tier 1 for 2 months.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
Thanks for the content. I hope you get lots of treats and pets. Oh, and thanks to Bahamut.
Thanks for the tier 1 for 2 months. I appreciate it. Last pick, though. Last pick. What are we going to get here? We have the Sylvanas. Will it be a hyper carry? Will we get something else? Falstead to come in as well. Do like the Falstead quite a bit for the global factor on the map to match the Brightwing. You also have just good poke potential. Overall, a really good draft coming out from both of these sides, and I'm really excited to see what this entails for map number 1. As a reminder, this is the semifinals. It is a best of 3. Loser will go into the lower bracket, and they'll have another best of 3 up against the loser of the Anti-Clan Association versus Too Many Geese matchup. That's also happening right now. I'm going to go ahead and swap us into the casting screen. I'm going to start our Twitch prediction, and you got about a minute and 30 seconds from when you're hearing me talk about this to gamble on which team will win Towers of Doom. Thanks for the follows. You don't see Hosty on Falstead often? It does. I feel like I have seen it before. Oh, internet. Sorry, my internet's wobbling a bit today, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. I'm not digging any internet wobbles today. No thank you. We already had a router reset. I don't want another one. Let's go ahead and get into the game, though. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs. We've got BBJ on the Lucio. We've got CPX on the Sylvanas, Hosty to play the Falstead, Brandon on the Diablo, and we got Porky on the Hogger. Over on the right-hand side, we're going to be looking at the members of 100-point Grandmasters. We're going to be seeing Jocko on the Blaze, Zen on the Anubarak, Verd on the Brightwing, Super Tide to play the Genji, and Ray will be on the Hanzo. We move into mid lane, we check out our level 1s, and we see what our first engagement looks like. Where's Ibitings? I do not know.
4, 3, 2, 1.
A lot of believers on Pez over here. A lot of believers on the Austrian candy. Hanzo gonna go simple geometry at 1. We've got Falstead with the hammer, Gathering Storm, sorry. I wanted to say hammer gains there, but that's not right. That's the, I believe that's the level 4, the auto, but CPX and Hosty gonna look like they're gonna get about 70-80% of this tower down in bottom lane. Little early siege from CPX. Good hammerings coming out as well from Hosty, getting already 7 stacks in. You want to get to that 30 mark as quickly as possible, because much like Vala with the Fire at Will, this Gathering Storm will allow you to have the double up, or the 15% increase at the 30 mark. So at 30, you are at 30%, because realistically at 30, you are actually at 15 based on the numbers. But since you have that little bit of a reward, once you hit the 30 mark, you get that jump. Much like, as I said, Vala Fire at Will, when you hit the 20 stacks, your damage jumps from 40 to 80 because of the extra 40 damage you get. But either way, that's all here and there, as we do have 2 camps to be grabbed. I'm just looking at both sides, and it seems like it'll be a faster grab to the side of 100-point Grandmasters with their Shimada bros. Any invade onto the camp? No, it doesn't look like it. Zen just in the bush, anchoring for the allies as Lucio gets the push off through mid, rotating up into the top area. Hogger going for a bit of a bounce over here. Porky going to grab this top lane camp. We have seen a bit of a priority onto that camp more and more as the Towers of Doom games have progressed throughout the Heroes International qualifiers, and many other grassroots esports as well, like NGS or Heroes Lounge. Been seeing a little bit more priority into that top lane camp in the past. Ooh, in the past it wasn't that prioritized. Maybe it was grabbed here and there, but a great kill, first blood for the side of 100-point Grandmasters. They're upsetting the Twitch predictions currently with that first kill, and 1-2. Nice black arrow from CPX, locks in the sappers in place. Brandon very low. One more sapper is stunned out, does get the charge in. Diablo goes down. Super Tie gets the reset. Phase shift from Brightwing, and it's a double kill in totality to the side of 100-point Grandmasters. there's that hammer gains as I was talking about beforehand as well. Fire Stomp build out for the Diablo, so be able to build up those souls with the Soul to Flame specifically from level 4. Genji jumping in consistently does have the Agile Dismount, which is going to be the slowing by 30%. You also get the cooldown as well, if I'm not mistaken. Shadow Charge, Genji's the target. Deflect comes through. There's a Swift Strike, and Genji Super Tai is out of there. This is best of 3, yes. The first matchup of the day will be best of 3. Semifinals and the first loser bracket final, or the first loser matchup, is going to be best of 3s. Nice overpower on Divert, who was going for the phase shift. So, yeah, the semis and the lower bracket will be best of 3. The lower bracket finals, which will be tomorrow, and the grand finals will be best of 5. We will have the winner bracket final today, which will be the winner of this matchup and the winner of the matchup versus Anti-Clan Association versus Too Many Geese, and that'll be a best of 5. If you want to follow along with the bracket, exclamation bracket. Siege continues from the side of 100-point Grandmasters, opening up this bottom lane. Genji goes in, but I think the overpower went on to a minion, or maybe even a beetle of a Nubarak right there. More scatters out from Hanzo, 18 out of the 20 stacks on that one. We do have our Sapper Camp over here on the right-hand side. Genji also going into the Cyber Shield as well for that 50 spell armor for 4 seconds. It's going to be good up against the burst ability of the Sylvanas as well as the Falstad. He's already at that 30 mark stack, so you can see he's got the extra 15%, but of course this is an uncapped quest, and it will continue to build up. A Nubarak burrow charges in, Brandon has to back away. CPX looking to maybe throw in some pressure here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to achieve anything. BBJ comes in with a little bit of a Sound Wave, did go Sound Wave at 4 and 7. Stun onto Verd, we just have this Brightwing backing off a little bit. Brandon low, that's a Jet Propulsion him from Blaze, Swift Strike from Genji, and Diablo goes down. That's a reset, and Super Tai getting Reset City over here. A lot of really good value coming in as we have, I believe, 1 Sapper should be cleared out. 2 Sappers should get the charge, is my assumption, unless CPX block pops. Actually, no, he's able to hold this in place, tanking some of the damage. Yeah, basically everything but the grand finals, winner and loser finals will be best of 5s. Everything else is best of 3s, like the one we're in right now. Like the match we're in right now. 55 Shuriken stacks for Genji. 56, actually. He's nearly at that 60 mark. We got some more scatters from Hanzo, as he's already done with the simple geometry from level 1. Haunting Wave forward from CPX not activated. That'll be on a cooldown right there. I believe it's a 12-second as Genji jumps in. There's a Nubarak with the burrow charge in. Brandon with some... Brandon taking a lot of damage. BBJ trying to amp it up and help out his allies, and it seems like it's good for now. We will see another hammering out from Hosty. 52 stacks. As the dismount happens on CPX, we do have 10 talent tiers coming through soon, so we're going to cycle through the other numbers as we always do in our casting. And that'll be 4 Skull Missiles into the Raven Lord from the Gravekeeper side of the battleground. As I mentioned, that 10 talent tier popping up at the top of your screen right now. Cocoon, Blink, X-Strike, Bunker, and Hanzo holding. I assume it will be Dragon's Arrow for the AoE stun. Dragon Strike could be an opportunity, but I just don't know if there's enough CC available. Yeah, there it is. So we will see the Dragon's Arrow for the AoE stun and increased stun durations based on the distance it does travel. Genji going in, X-Strike. There's going to be a, there's a Mind Control. Big arrow from the Hanzo. Nubarak burrows in, but the tower shots are too much. Was this more than they bit off? Absolutely. Gus from Hosty pushes Ray right into the enemy's loving arms, and this is a turn of events. What was looking like a great and a fantastic start for the members of 100-point Grandmasters just lose 2 members right here, and the experience jumps quickly over to the side of performance-enhancing Zugs, and with the Black Arrows, with the Sylvanas, they will take down this fort front gate. Will they be able to go more than just the fort front gate? Will they actually put pressure onto the fort? The positioning doesn't lead me to believe so, as the Hanzo is just now respawning Brightwing, a Nubarak, and Genji coming into the bottom lane. I was like, who am I missing here? Though there is a rotation into mid. Jet Propulsion from Blaze does get him out, and he is fine. This will be a camp on the left-hand side to be grabbed. Double altar phase coming up. The assumed outcome of this is going to be traded altars. Do we get an invade onto the camp over here? It kind of seemed like they were thinking about it, but no, the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs don't step up. Falstead should have flight up and available. We can check that really quickly for anyone wondering. It's actually on a 3-second cooldown. A new Breck burrowing away to the right-hand side. Sappers to be pushed in through the bottom. Left and right to be traded out, as I had mentioned, between Hogger and Blaze. Cocoon onto the Sylvanas. She does get the mind control. There's Genji jumping in. That's going to be a great gust to disengage. A safe, easy gust right there. Super Ty just getting pressured a little bit by BBJ, who's able to skate away. Porky continuing to soak up the top lane for his allies. Hosty going to catch a bit of mid lane soak. Diablo is getting CC'd quite a bit here. There's no available gust for that for Hosty, not for 33 seconds, and it also was going to be a big arrow from downtown. Did connect onto Hosty, and the Diablo kill does come through. Souls reset. He does consume 75 instead of the whole 100 because of the level 10. But as always, I like to note that doesn't mean he needs just 75. He needs to still, Diablo, hit 100 souls before he can even get that proc to happen. Burrow charge in. There's an impale to go out, but it doesn't connect. Genji trying to get onto the back line. Brandon going to get polymorphed by the Brightwing as Super Ty gets the Swift Strike out. Porky just on the top of this fight. Jet Propulsion from Blaze doesn't connect, and Super Ty gets a couple shurikens onto Porky. I believe that's his level 4, giving him some extra healing. Shockwave onto the Hanzo, gets the agility. There's a nice staggering blow attempt. You would have loved to see Emerald win plus Genji. We had the, what was it that one time? It was, whoa, Spectrum wobbles. We had that one, it was Imperious with the Wrath of Angiris and then Emerald Wind. So it'd be Wrath of Angiris kidnap Emerald Wind to push back the enemy, and then they kill the single target. It was kind of a cool, it was a pretty cool composition. Genji comes through with some shurikens, does get a little bit of an interrupt right there. Mind control out from the Sylvanas, Haunting Wave comes in. High fives from the Lucio, gust out from the Falstad, pushes a couple people into the little corridor over here. Super Ty mounts up, gonna get that agility off of it to get the extra armor and the cooldown reduction as the Hogger does go down. Lightning Breath from Diablo, Genji gets inside the bunker. Diablo using the Shadow Charge to get into a better position as this bunker is still applying really good armor and a little bit of damage as well. Brandon very low, a little bit of a knockback from BBJ does save the Diablo for now, as it looks like Falstead might get one interrupt. No, he'll back away. 4 more shots into the Gravekeeper, into the Ravenlord, excuse me, from the Gravekeeper.
Is mine.
Bonjour.
Mine.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3 sappers available for bottom. Seems like there's a bit of a collapse being attempted into mid or top. A lot of damage onto the Blaze, who's just trying to back away. Phase shift from Brightwing comes through just in time. The Pyromania's here. BBJ, he wants the kill, but they can't get it. Oh, how unfortunate. 5 seconds on an arrow. Watch the arrow timer. Watch the arrow timer. Watch Hanzo's positioning as well. He might rip this from all the way downtown for the max. What is it, 2-second stun? I'm just watching his positioning, and I'm watching that arrow cooldown to see if it is fired. There, here it comes. Big. All right, it's big into the back line. Zen is trying to back away. Shockwave from the Hogger. Gust actually kind of saves the Anubarak. Genji gets a Swift Strike through the enemy. The top lane Bell Tower converted in favor for the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. First series of the day, it is indeed. You're just in time. 16 talents here will be here first for the side of 100-point Grandmasters, who are definitely upsetting the Twitch predictions. The general predictions that I'm looking at right now did not a lot of belief in the 100-point Grandmasters. Hope you're doing well today, Pizza. Thanks for being here. Thanks as always to everyone being here. Thanks for lurking, chatting, enjoying the games. As a reminder, if you are new to the stream, I hope you at least hit the follow button. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's always much appreciated.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our
Blaze clearing out the sappers. Looks like that last one does go down. Single altar over here. 4-4 in shots as the bell towers are equal. You can actually see the little notes around who's holding what lane. You can see bottom left. That is the bottom lane is yellow. Cocoon onto the Diablo as Nubrak goes in for the burrow. There's a gust out from Falstad that does push Hanzo awkwardly against the wall. We do see the top left and right traded out, 16 to 28 in core HP, as Blaze and Hogger do rotate down. Hogger going to try and get a little bit of a stall on Blaze's rotation, but still, nice back and forth between both teams, as Diablo's floating around looking for a channel. Super tie, maybe going to be trying to dive onto the back line. Some shurikens consistently going out. Looking at just stacks and stuff like that. 96 souls for the Diablo, so he could get that from a couple of those soul to flame fire stomps. 83 for the Falstad as well. He's got some decent damage. BBJ, I don't know if he got interrupted, but he comes in with a high five. There's a shockwave from the Hogger. Mind control from the Sylvanas. Raver is getting very low, as that will be Hanzo to fall. Verd, the next one to go down, as the consistent fight will continue in favor for the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. I guess the sustained fight is the better way to say that one, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 kills in favor for the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. You can actually see Porky was going to go for the channel, but he's delaying because with CPX Black Arrows, Falstad damage, Diablo, and Lucio, this is enough to take down the bell tower before the respawn happens. Genji, he's not going to be able to reconvert this top lane in time, but he will be able to soak up the experience that is available as Lucio, different Overwatch hero, will get the channel, and that's 5 shots into the enemy core. This could be the rally that the members of performance-enhancing Zugs needed to start building back in this map number 1 in our semi-final best of 3. Ninja, what? What are you sweating about, Ninja? It's all fine. They just got a quadra kill. No need to sweat anymore. 6 potential shots, as we do have, actually, if mid lane gets converted quickly, they could start the barrage, but I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. Fire Stomp out from Diablo gives him a little bit of HP as Falstad flies in there. We're looking for the gust here, but Hosty doesn't find the angle he's looking for, so holds onto that one. Lightning Breath from Diablo available in 6 seconds as Hanzo's arrow does connect onto a few, but Jet Propulsion from Blaze is all that is followed up with. Genji jumping in, trying to get some sort of value here as the Sapper camp is being walked in. Hanzo trying to use those explosive arrows to clear out the wave, as well as the scatter from time to time. Haunting wave forward, Raver taking a lot of damage, especially from the... oh no, the Lightning Breath comes through. Super tie slowed. Another Falstad hammering out. This is what I wanted to point out, is 104 stacks. That hammering chonks hard. Blaze to get the top lane back over to his allies before the next objective phase. Porky soaking up the mid lane, and here comes our next bell tower phase. Double bell tower. The assumed setup for this will be 5 to 3 in core shots, or available core shots. This actually could be a 16 to 13 game if these next 2 bell towers go over to the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. An explosive first map in our first best of 3 of the day, or our first series of the day. By the way, as a reminder, the next series should be a best of 5, unless we jump into the lower, unless we jump into another semi-final matchup, if like this one goes super quick or something like that. Cocoon onto Lucio. Fire Stomps out from Diablo. He's full on souls. Falstad with the channel, Porky with the channel as well, and it looks like, yes, this should be 16 to 13 in core HP by the end of these last shots out from Porky. What was looking like a dominant game has turned quite quickly to the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. One of my favorite parts about Towers of Doom is just this factor here. It seems so good early game for 100-point Grandmasters, but late game, level, I would say easily like around like 13, 16 area, that's really where things started to just spiral. Maybe even like, I'd say 13ish, because like around level 10 there was some moments. Hosty just waiting in the bush over here. Either Hosty's going to go get a new protein shake, or he's played a lot of League of Legends and he's just staying out of vision. Now, this is actually a really interesting tactic. We don't see this very often in Heroes of Storm because it's such an active game in the sense of, like, you always need to be doing something, but Wind Tunnel into the wall from Falstad, and that's the setup that you exactly needed. That right there is exactly what I was talking about, with the available just staying off the map, being kind of invisible, and it's like, you kind of, after a while, it's like, all right, Falstad's been missing, he's probably going and doing a camp, we can just step up here. And that angle, that gust, beautifully played by Hosty. Follow-up from Brandon with the Hellgate, really good double kill. Looks like this will be a bit of a delay on the Sapper camp. Maybe try and walk in all 6 at one time. Next objective phase. Funny enough, actually, I feel like we don't see this very often. It's going to be in the exact same spot as the last objective phase. It's going to be a double altar phase in the mid-bottom position. If 3 Sappers go over and both of these altars are channeled by performance-enhancing Zugs, they will take map number 1 here, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, double altar plus boss is an option, so there's a couple win conditions being set up by performance-enhancing Zugs. Mind control, good night Genji. Good night Brightwing. This might actually be the beginning of the end here, chat. 1, 2, yeah, that's more than enough. Falstad flies into mid lane, sees the Blaze, who pops the Pyromania. There's a staggering blow into the wall. Hanzo comes out, rips the arrow. Mind control comes through. Gus from the Falstad, just coming off cooldown. Shockwave onto 2. Porky looking to spin through. That's a Diablo Lightning Breath. Lucio with the channel on the bottom of the map. And ladies and gentlemen, map number 1 in a fantastic back and forth here. We'll go over to the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. GG, well played. Choose outcome. Choose your fighter. Alrighty. There's your stats. Yeah, I'll show you talents once again if you'd like to see them. Oh, they lost because Hanzo didn't take a 20. That was the issue. That was the issue. That was the issue. All right, let's update our team score. Alrighty, okay. Let's see. F5. I'm looking to see if the bracket's updated at all and see if there's any updated information. Let me look. Let me look. Okay, alright. So that looks good over there. We're just waiting on our next lobby. Let me go ahead and make sure I have Verd. Let me actually add you as a friend. And then I have CPX. Let me add you as a friend as well. How does it feel to be a believer for performance-enhancing Zugs and you win the prediction? Did y'all see that there's that Omega Strikers game that came out, Project P? I had the joy of playing some alpha of it, and now there's a closed beta. It's really fun. What temperature in this room right now? It is freezing. It is let's see. I would say it's about, I think it's about 65 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's probably, what is that, like 18 degrees Celsius roughly? It's like 18 Celsius, 17, 18 Celsius. It's been really cold up here at night, and yeah, that's why I have a blanket. I have my Twitch partner blanket because it's a little cold up. It's a little cold. Who qualified for the first couple tournaments? I would direct you over to the Heroes International website. That has all the information you need. Here, I'll put it in Twitch chat. I'll put it in Twitch chat for you. Hello, website. Please go. There we are. Looks like Mario Strikers looks fun. Imagine playing Mario Strikers, but the netcode isn't shit. The Achilles heel of the Hawaiian shirt. What? Being cold? Yeah, a little bit. Is Bandit cold? No, he loves it. Bandit's nice and cozy. My boy Verd will get me my channel points back. All right. You keep your house at 62 because you grew up in the desert? I don't have AC in my house. It is 62 degrees in my house because it is very cold. What is up with my frames today? Holy shit. What in the hell is going on with the frames today? Like, I have these, like, random, like, randomly my render time will jump to, like, 11 milliseconds, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. That should not be happening. that looks... Maybe if I kill those two things in the background. Caster... R spooky worm. How much time between maps? We should be getting going into our next map in just a minute here. We got everyone in the lobby. We've got the players saying ready, so we'll be going soon. I should have made another cup of tea, that's for certain. Yeah, so it's very, very cold. It's very cold. But I'm happy about it. I'd rather it be... This is what I always say. I'd rather it be cold than hot, because when it's cold, you can always, like, get layers, you can get blankets. When it's hot, it's not like you can peel off your skin. You know? Which team wins? Okay. Alright, pre-writing the prediction. Ads are off. We've already rolled ads between games, so you don't get ads in the middle of the game. So we should be good on that. I think we're ready to go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Heroes International NA Qualifier. This is the last chance qualifier, and we're in our semi-final matchup, there we go, between the members of Performance Enhancing Zugs versus 100-point Grandmasters. We just saw the Performance Enhancing Zugs take map number 1 in a fantastic back and forth on Towers of Doom. So we're going to map number 2. This will be first pick priority, first ban priority out from the side of 100-point Grandmasters, meaning that this map will be chosen by the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. Will we see a 2-0? Will we head to a map number 3? We're about to find out here on Battlefield of Eternity Draft. Hot equals fires too. That is true. That is true. The cool air does also make fighting fires a lot easier as well. Yes, you can smile, bad bros? No. Stop it. Bad. Bad bros. So first game out of 6 I played, there were no one was toxic. We even called a good game even though we lost because everyone was trying and not yelling. For which the Alpha Strikers or the Omega Strikers? I don't know if there's in-game chatting in that one. I played a couple games today. Obviously, it's changed a little bit since the alpha to the beta, so things are a little bit different. Because like in the beta, you could use WASD, I think it was, to like move around. And actually, they had like different controls, and now it's more MOBA controls. And it threw me off because there's a goalie character in the Omega Strikers where spacebar was like a block tool, and I kept pressing it when I was goalieing this morning, and I was like, God dang it! Maybe I just rebind everything. But either way. Let's talk about Battlefield of Eternity. Cooler air actually makes fighting fires harder, as cooler air is generally more dense. Hey, all I know is that whenever cooler air comes in, the reports always come in that it's easier to deal with. I will also say this, Ranaris, they're also fighting fires at 6,000 elevation, so maybe that has something to do with it. All I know is whenever I'm not a firefighter by any means, but whenever I look at the reports, it's like, ooh, the cold temperatures tonight should help with the firefighting. I don't know. I'm not a firefighter, but I believe what the incident reports would report to you. Diablo Blaze to kick things off for the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs. We've got a Brightwing, Hogger, and a Nubrex, so a very similar draft. We are just going to see the Hogger and the Blaze swapped around. No Lucio, of course, this time, so BBJ going to have to play something else, but for a map like Battlefield, Deckard Cain, Tyrande, and you might be like, Tyrande? We've actually seen some Tyrande play throughout some of these qualifier matchups in the first and second qualifiers, so I think actually we saw like 2 Tyrandes within the actually it was last weekend, yeah. Last weekend in the second NA qualifier, there were 2 Tyrande maps played by 2 different Tyrande players, 2 different teams completely, so I'm excited to see if we have any of that pop up, because it was a really nice flex to see. But things like Karazim are also available. I think BBJ has played quite a strong Karazim in the past, so this might actually be a target ban. A target ban Karazim wouldn't actually be too bad, just because it is like the niche hero for Battlefield for BBJ. But it will be the Anduin. They don't want to deal with any yoink potential. Okay. What are we going to get here for our next 2 picks, from the side of Performance Enhancing Zugs? I still like the Karazim, honestly. Hot air absorbs more water. I guess that makes it hard to douse the fires. All I know is they talk about it. There's that Li Ming I've been wanting. That whenever I read reports, it's like, ooh, the nighttime air is getting cold, so it should stop the spread of the fire. It's just waiting for BBJ damage Lily. It's a possibility. Oh, it's literally both. A cold front can both encourage fire growth and suppress it. I fucking love, yeah, science. Science, man. Greymane Genji, ooh, that's a very mean composition coming out from the side of 100-point Grandmasters. The kill potential is very, very high from this, but also keep in mind, Lunara, Li Ming, that's a lot of really good damage over time, plus burst ability. We need a healer here for BBJ. Ooh, Uther. I like this, actually. Divine Shield is strong, but also Greymane, Anubarak, Hogger, Genji, they all want to dive in. Divine Storm wouldn't be actually bad as like a counter dive tool, so it could be a little bit of control. Yeah, it cancels it out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So it's a little bit of both. I love science. It's the best. Does cold air help fight fires? Yes and no. All right, which team wins Battlefield of Eternity? You got a minute and a half from when you're hearing this to get your gambles in. Go ahead and gamble away, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and gamble. Bad joke, I guess. I mean dense as in stupid. It was a play of words. I hope you all, I'd like to put a PSA out there for anyone that might not like get this. When you type in Twitch chat, there's no such thing as inflection. Internet text doesn't have inflection. Just gonna put that out there. What's up, Day? How you doing? On the left-hand side, we have Performance Enhancing Zugs. We got Porky on the Blaze. We're gonna be seeing Hosty on the Lunara, BBJ on the Uther. Brandon will be playing the Diablo, and CPX to play the Li Ming. Over on the right-hand side, we got an AFK Super Tie on the 100-point Grandmasters. We'll be playing the Genji. We've got a Zen on the Anubarak, Verd on the Brightwing. Ray will be on the Greymane, and Hosko will be playing the Hogger. No one's ever corrected me, but no one's also ever told me the pronunciation, so I'm just guessing at this point. There's only Kappa. And even then, the Kappa doesn't even work sometimes. Like, some people will be like, oh yeah, like, they'll make a statement and be like, Kappa, and I'm like, oh, you don't need a Kappa there. That's a true statement. I hope you're doing well today, Day. Good to see you, Day. Thanks for coming by, Day. Phase shift from Brightwing just gets the healing back onto the Greymane here in map number 2. As a reminder, this is a best of 3 in the semi-final bracket. Semi-finals, loser goes down into the lower bracket for tournament life, for last chance qualifier life. Winner will go into the winner bracket up against the winner of Anticon Association versus Too Many Geese, which that is what we will be following today. The next matchup will be a best of 5. This is a best of 3. So, if this is a 2-0 for Performance Enhancing Zugs, Tournament Life will be the next matchup for 100-point Grandmasters. What's up, Top Gunner? How you doing, bud? Top lane. Blaze getting pushed up a little bit, but I think he's just playing in front of the gate, forcing the Hogger to be further down into the lane. Hogger did go for... It's not Anger Management, it's on the Prowl. Anger Management's the 20. Greymane diving in, stun from Uther. That's the other thing that I didn't really talk much about in the draft as well, is the Uther pickup here at the end is really good because Greymane dives in, Genji dives in, Anubarak dives in. You have that insta point-and-click stun to just lock them in place. And you're actually going to see BBJ going into the cooldown reduction as well with the Hammer of the Lightbringer at level 1. So we could see Pursuit of Justice as well for the movement speed. I actually love this. If BBJ goes stun build, this could be huge of a shutdown for the side of Pez. Anubarak burrowing onto BBJ, who's going to get polymorphed. Now, I will say this, if you are polymorphed, you cannot stun. Ray going in, BBJ low, but does have the death armor for some allies as well as that death healing. So, as Justin and I have said in the past in some of our please try these at home You're just getting trait value, just getting, you know, getting the true value of Uther. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We are going to see the split off for the camp on the left-hand side, and we'll see if anyone goes for this right side camp. Li Ming going to blink forward. She did go into Aether Walker. So teleport costs no mana if Li Ming hasn't taken damage in the last 3 seconds. Teleport's cooldown is decreased by 2 seconds. Casting teleport causes Li Ming's next cast of magic missiles deal 10% bonus damage. So for anyone that might be like, why is Li Ming blinking so much? There you go. It's the level 1 for her. Magic missiles on a map like this is extremely useful. And of course, like, Triumvirate's pretty much a standard at this point. All right, first objective phase is up and available. 1 kill so far in favor for our point Grandmasters, getting that kill onto BBJ earlier. BBJ looking for the stun. Genji's locked in place, goes for the deflect. Diablo with the shadow charge, awkwardly keeping Super Tai over here. I think Super Tai went for the agility, and Diablo was already shadow charging, so he like canceled it out. It's like when Murden goes for dwarf toss, but he gets like stunned immediately, so he just kind of like does that awkward like jumps, and then he like jumps vertically, and then just goes right back to the original spot. Initiation onto the Greymane with the shadow charge. Phase shift from Brightwing does come through. Did that go onto the Anubarak? I feel like the phase shift got no healing onto the Greymane. I think there might have been a misclick there. Either way, Blaze, Lunara will be burning through this Immortal. They do have the Nature's Culling for the Lunara, which is a great way to get consistent and bursting damage onto these Immortal faces. There's that Pursuit of Justice, as I mentioned as well, for BBJ, so you have that movement speed. You're 5% slower than mount speed, so you're quite quick, and you can stun, run away, or stun, sustain, chase. That's the other thing to consider. Both of the Fallen Shamans will be cleared out. Brightwing probably has phase shift up and available. I'm going to check really quickly. Yes, she does. Brightwing can phase shift in. Verd could join his team anytime he wants to. Hogger with a decent bounce going through the Immortal area, but this is going to be the first Immortal of the game over the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. Stun from Uther, cleanse from the Brightwing if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of damage. The Pyromania coming out, damage over time, and the Hogger lives. Li Ming is actually the one to go down. You picked up alcohol for your sister's wedding, so now you have $600 worth of booze sitting in your house. Sounds like maybe they accidentally left out like 1 or 2 items, so maybe there's like $550 worth of booze, and you just enjoy like you know, for you know, maybe you enjoy like a bottle of gin and maybe like some beers. Well, also congratulations to your sister. I wish her the best for her wedding. Man, everybody's getting married. I have to go to a wedding next weekend. Ugh. It's just the traveling part. I'm excited about the wedding. I just don't want to travel. 69 stacks, by the way, for Hammer the Lightbringer. Very important stat to bring up right now. 44, the Genji on the Shuriken Mastery. Shuriken Mastery? Yeah. You need 60 on that one. We've got Genji taking a lot of damage, but does get a Swift Strike away. Top lane wave pushed in. The gate itself goes down. The 2 towers remain. One of the towers getting shredded by the ranged minions. Diablo with a Fire Stomp does have that Soul to Flame level 1. And he'll be able to use the minion to back away. You picked up 2 bottles of Japanese whiskey for yourself? Nice! Big jet propulsion from Porky. Huge soothing mist will be used by Verd to back away out of this as the fight continues. The 10 talent here on the horizon. Uther's done with his level 1, so that does mean he has the reward of the 1.5 cooldown. Ghosty getting chunked right here. Super Tai getting those last stacks. I am curious really quickly because I don't know off the top of my head. What is the standard? It's 10 seconds, so you get a 1.5 second cooldown per auto attack, which is huge in general. Diablo's got his souls finished out, so he can die and get the insta buyback. BBJ has like no mana, no HP, and no life as he does go down. Genji Super Tai is able to back away with these Swift Strikes. Also, you might notice Lunara throwing out, and you might even hear it. She's got the Splintered Spear level 7. You'll hear that kind of, I don't know the right noise to describe it by. It kind of sounds like the initial bow noise that Hanzo has for his Dragon's Arrow. Super Tai should be fine here. So, there's little audio cues in here as the Storm. It's hard to describe them, but like the same kind of like it's a little bit of the same sound of like Genji, or excuse me, Hanzo ripping a giant arrow, much like how Lunara's Nature's or Splintered Spear sounds. Anyways, it's just a little thing. We have a little bit of a delay here before the objective phase because both teams are going to grab camps, and also the Immortals will be on defensive sides. Curse Bullet, Shockwave, Cocoon, no Divine Shield, or excuse me, no Divine Storm. We do have Divine Shield. Porky going to try and save the gate itself. Super Tie, just, you know, one auto is even enough right here, but he's actually going to dump the Shurikens right into the face of Porky. Would be good if Shogun was picked up already, then that'd be a great way to just chunk into the Blaze, but since that's, I believe that's a level 13 Talon if memory serves right. Stun from the Uther. Both sides pushing, no, they're just clearing out the Fallen Shamans. Diablo, I like this right now. He's going to overpower the Fallen Shaman into tower range, and that'll be targeted by the tower. We do have the Cleanse from Brightwing, the Soothing Mist, Cocoon onto Porky. Wave of Force was using that, so Cocoon for Wave of Force. Bottom lane, Impaler camp coming through. Top lane already cleared out. Diablo, there's that Soul Shield proccing. There was the auditory cue for that. CPX is going to get pressured a little bit by Super Tie, who does get stunned by the Uther. Divine Shield still up and available. Actually, all heroics except for Cocoon. Oh, big Jet Propulsion from Blaze coming through. Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge. Is there a Lightning Breath to start cooking up the enemy? He's going to try, but no way is he even going to be able to back out of this one. Bunker wasn't even available. Super Tie in the backline might go down, that we might see a trade. Good Wave of Force from Li Ming. And now Hogger gets a bounce out. Oh, Genji, or excuse me, Greymane, trying to keep that Inner Beast active. You can see the glow in his weapons. That should expire, actually, here. He's not going to be able to get an auto quick enough. Thanks, Crush. Fire Stomp from Diablo. Staggering Blow as well. A lot of good damage in from Porky. Good back and forth here. Brandon gonna look for an overpower, maybe a Shadow Charge angle as well. A lot of blue bars are kind of low here. The healing from BBJ, just not enough. But actually, in this death form, this might be exactly what they need. I can't believe that Hogger is still alive right now, but it's Reset City for Li Ming, and it's going to be Uther to fall down. Super Time might get the kill onto CPX, but he might get punished for even trying this. Does get the spell shielding from the Brightwing. X-Strike from Genji! Hosty so very low! There's a deflect, no one attacks. Super Tie, Brightwing, and Genji get the kill onto Li Ming, but will this be punished? God, so many blue bars are so low. What is that J? Oh, is that J with a Minecraft pickaxe? I just love, I even added it to my own Twitch channel. The J Arrive. The J Arrive emote, it's quality. It's 10 out of 10, honestly. I'm so glad it's on BTTV so I can use it. All right. Hey, we might be also heading to a map number 3 in this best of 3 series. It's very, very plausible. All right. I believe this is the second Immortal phase of the game. 6 to 6 in kills, 13 apiece in the levels. Looks like Diablo Lightning Breath is the only heroic on cooldown by 7 seconds. Cocoon onto the backline, onto the actual, the Uther. As the bunker comes down from Porky, who goes in for the Jet Propulsion onto Hogger, who's getting very low. Phase shift from Brightwing doesn't come through in time. She was probably like a quarter, maybe an eighth of a second from getting that channel onto Hogger, but he will not live. Stun onto Zen. Super Tie getting pushed around by Diablo. He doesn't have full souls, but he's actually very close to it once again. 90 souls right now. Lightning Breath will come through. A Nubrak does go down. That is going to be souls for Diablo, but the fight doesn't stop. Rage trying to back away. X-Strike from Genji gets him out as well, but I'm assuming this is another Immortal phase over the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. Don't bother people to stream in my channel. Don't ask other people to stream. Sometimes people don't want to stream. Don't do that. You may love someone's stream, you may want them to stream, but don't pressure people like that. Especially in another random channel where they just want to chill and watch games. Please don't do that. Diablo's going in. Good damage onto Super Tai. Phase Shift will come through. Diablo's going to get hit with a Cocoon as well. BBJ is going to be able to break him out with some help as Zen will get the cleanse from the Brightwing. Ray is trying to back away, but the leaping strikes are coming through. There's the Shadow Charge, and Brandon gets the kill. Actually, it's Lunara, but still. Next year! What an answer. BBJ... Oh, I thought he was actually going to get the stun, but Hogger was still spinning. Shockwave out from Hogger. I believe that went in the wrong direction, and Hogger does go down. Performance-enhancing Zugs, they might be pushing in here to take map number 2 with this Immortal. Though, as I say that, yeah, it might be a 2-level lead, but still, there's not a lot to push into core with beyond just the minion wave. The Immortal actually will get the fort here. I didn't expect the, I didn't expect the keep to go down. Well, 10-6 in kills, a massive experience deficit in favor for the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. We'll see how the members of 100-point Grandmasters can how they can close this out. So we have consistent catapult pressure bottom lane. No periodic or matching catapults at all. Blaze Jet Propulsion, Soothing Mist, Brightwing. BBJ in the flank right now gets the stun. There's the double stun. Raise the target. Big damage in from Li Ming, but no kill. Osti on the far side of this fight, trying to pressure the Hogger, who does get the spin out. I always ask him in Hosty stream. That doesn't make it acceptable. Please do not do that. Some people just want to chill and enjoy a stream and watch some games and not feel pressured. Consistent fire stomps coming out, and Nubarak trying to poke out with the Impale as well. But the consistent siege will happen from CPX and the rest. Lunara throws the Wisp into the bush. She does have the Sentinel from level 1. Can actually even show you how much vision Sentinel gives. It's about to actually open up. There you go. That's the Sentinel range right there. That's the bottom of Sentinel range. It's absolutely insane how much you can see. CPX, I was going to flame him. I thought he was AFK in the Nexus, but no, he's just getting full mana. Immortal phase will be in the north-south positioning. It will be, this will be the red Immortal right here, since we have naturally the blue vision. Jet Propulsion from Blaze and Nubarak going in. 16 talent tier piece, and Brandon and friends want to take the fight. The camp will be leashed as the two hounds do go down. Blaze will be cocooned. Bunker out from him. So we have Bunker and Cocoon traded. Okay. We're waiting. Patiently waiting. A good team fight for the side of 100-point Grandmasters could really, really move the momentum in their favor. That's going to be a Cursed Bullet. There's going to be a lot of damage onto Blaze. No Bunker still for 30 seconds. Diablo coming into the backline. BBJ trying to get some stuns. Will get the double stun onto Hogger, and he does go down. We've got a reset for Li Ming, and she finds the Wave of Force, blocking the Genji from backing away. A double kill for CPX as he's popping off for his allies. We do see this chase, though. This is a little bit of a pincer. You have Diablo coming in from one side, you have the rest of the team from the other, and they're going to split these two targets. You've got Greymane, BBJ brawling out. That will be the phase shift from Brightwing onto Greymane. He's considering hearthing away. BBJ might have one interrupt. He's going to just walk right... Okay, there. I was like, BBJ, what are you doing, bud? You playing Hearthstone at the same time? Oh, who wins the 1v1? Who wins the 1v1? BBJ... Oh, Divine Shield! Does he have a stun? Oh, the Divine Shield's over. He gets the self-heal, the physical armor. Who wins? The spray, the spray. I believe this is still going to be map number 2 over to the side of performance-enhancing Zugs. They take this semifinals. They move into the winner bracket finals, and that is going to be tournament life for 100-point Grandmasters in the lower bracket. Wait, different chats have different rules? What?